SBR students. I welcome every one of you in my SBR orientation. A little introduction about myself, plus in this orientation, we will be discussing that what exactly Abeel School of Accountancy ASA offers you in SBR. What makes our SBR unique, different from others. Plus, we will also be discussing the pattern of SBR. Number one, myself, Abeel Ahmed, CEO and principal of Abeel School of Accountancy. If you ask, my teaching experience is far more than 20 years, Alhamdulillah. Now, in SBR, highest marks so far achieved by one of my students, they are 85. And now let's see who is going to break the record of 85 marks. You could be the next one. Now, what exactly, let's come to the point, what exactly ASA, Abeel School of Accountancy, offers you in SBR and what makes our SBR unique, different from others. A very first point is, let me change the color of this marker. Okay. Entire SBR just in 90 lectures, 90. It's not only that entire SBR we covered in 90 lectures. The good thing is, one lecture is on average just 45 minutes long. Because when the duration of the lecture goes even more than 1 hour, if it becomes 1.5 or 2 hours, I can bet students, they lose interest in that lecture. So my entire think tank, they come up with the solution. The solution is video lectures should not be very long. So on average, each lecture you will find just 45 minutes long. That's it. It means it takes approximately 67 hours to complete the entire SBR. And if you're watching the lectures with a little bit increased speed, this 67 hours course you can bring down to around 55 hours. Okay. Another point is practice videos. You will be getting enough practice videos, from 35 to 40 practice videos. In these practice videos, of course, we have discussed the past papers. Again, I have made in these practice videos also, the time duration is on average 45 minutes long. Again, because the video lectures should not be very long. Now, another point. ASA also conducts your test in SBR, 10 tests. At least we'll be conducting 10 tests, but obviously I'm not going to check your test. You will be attempting the test, and after you have attempted the test, we will give you a proper video lecture on that test, and you will check your test by yourself by looking at the video lecture. But of course, after that, if you have any queries, you can always ask. No issue at all. Another fifth point, ACCA pre-scene mock. In every attempt, we properly discuss ACCA pre-scene mock. But obviously, I'm not going to discuss the pre-scene mock directly. First, you will be having an opportunity to attempt this pre-scene mock. After that, we'll be discussing this pre-scene mock in live classes. Okay. Then ASA mock. ASA conducts your mock at least 12 days before the exam, maximum 15 days before the exam. And ASA mock, when you're going to attempt that ASA mock, number one, that mock will be conducted exactly on the same CB platform which you are going to face in ACCA exams. When you are going to submit your SBR mock to my college, you will get the personalized feedback. I'm going to personally check your SBR paper and I'll give you the personalized feedback on your mock. So it means that you will be getting an opportunity to give a paper even before your actual exam. Now, another point is extremely important, that is weekly live revision classes. They are extremely important. What exactly we cover in these weekly live revision classes? Number one, a concise revision of almost the entire SBR. Plus, we also discuss the recent past paper in these live revision classes. Another point, you will be getting detailed notes as well as focus notes. In these focus notes, or you can say smart notes, we have covered the entire SBR just within 79 pages. So you can even revise the entire SBR just within 79 pages. Great. Obviously, you'll be getting a WhatsApp support where I'm going to personally reply. No teacher assistant at all. Plus, one more thing. I always teach from zero. I always assume students, they don't carry any previous knowledge, which means that if you are studying SBR from us and assuming you are one of the students who has taken exemption from FR, or you have passed FR the way back and right now you don't know about anything regarding FR, no issue at all, because your teacher always teaches from zero. No matter whichever paper I'm teaching, I always teach from zero. So even what is the meaning of markup and margin, I do explain these things also in SBR. So don't worry at all about your past. Either you remember FR or not, no issue at all. Another thing in our SBR is, number one, we always go from zero. Second, for example, if we are studying IAS 16, property, plant and equipment, obviously I will explain what is the meaning of property, plant and equipment. Not only will be studying each and everything, which is of course in your syllabus, but a very important point is, if there is any link between any IAS and IFRS with the IASB framework, so that IASB framework will also be discussed with that particular IAS. For example, there's a link between IAS 16 and IASB framework. So we'll be discussing that IASB framework with IAS 16. If there is any criticism on any IAS, for example, I would say lots of criticisms are available on IAS 37. So we will be discussing that criticism with IAS 37. So that if once we have covered any IAS or any IFRS, so it will be covered from every corner of that. We will be basically covering each and every corner of that IAS and IFRS. All you need is just watch, listen, follow the instruction, and simply follow our study planner. There's no need to do anything additional. Our video lectures, practice videos, live revision classes, they are more than enough to get really good marks in SBR. Now, let's go ahead. Let us quickly discuss the paper pattern. And let me tell you, entire SBR, you should be mentally ready. Entire SBR from 80 to 85%. In exam, you will find SBR a theoretical paper. But of course, here the theory is easy because everything will be either on IAS base, IFRS base, and of course, there's ethical issues as well. Now, let us quickly discuss the paper pattern. There are 4 questions in SBR. Question number 1 is always on consolidation, 30 marks question, which means that if your consolidation topic is really good, if you have a grip on consolidation, and out of 30, if you can score, I would say 25 marks, then obviously chances of passing SBR, they become very, very high. So it means you have to be really good in consolidation. But normally, how examiner basically ask this 30 marks question, you will not get a one single requirement. There will be multiple requirement within that 30 marks question. For example, part A could be between range to 10 to 11 marks. B could be 7 to 6 marks. C is very important and very easy. 12 to 13 marks, you will be getting a pre-populated spreadsheet, which you need to correct. You will be having extract from the draft consolidated. Either examiner can give you the draft consolidated profit and loss and other comprehensive income, There's a possibility examiner might give you a draft consolidated statement of financial position. There's another possibility is still there. Examiner can give you a draft consolidated cash flow statement. In SBR, we don't have a simple cash flow statement. We have a consolidated cash flow. Again, which is very easy. Basically, what happens in pre-populated, either it is SOFP, SOCI, or cash flow statement, you have to do the correction. And I would say due to the introduction of this pre-populated, I would say, spreadsheet, things have become very easy. All you need is just do the correction and include that correction in a right place. Of course, once you have taken all the classes, that part becomes extremely easy. And that is my personal experience that normally students, they perform really good in consolidation questions. Okay. Again, when you will be studying consolidation, we will always start the consolidation from zero. Even the very first thing which you'll be learning the meaning of consolidation. We'll start from there. Question number 2 is 20 marks. But this 20 marks question, normally how examiner asks this question. Part A, you can say, will be on 8 to 10 marks. But it could be on any IAS, it could be on any IFRS. So we cannot exactly predict that in question 2 examiner, what examiner is going to ask, which IAS, which IFRS. But normally it could be on any IAS, it could be on any IFRS. But part B is very important. Part B, normally the part B you will find in SBR in question 2 on ethics. And generally, the question which comes on ethics is extremely easy. Because of whenever you will see a question on ethics, definitely within that question, there will be a senior person trying to pressurize the junior accountant to do something against the IAS, against the IFRS, so that their XYZ objectives could be achieved. So basically answering the part B, question number 2, part B is extremely easy, provided that you have done 2 things. Of course, you have seen all the lectures, plus you have attended the live revision classes. And let me tell you one thing, due to any reason, if you miss the live revision class, a recording of that live revision classes, they are also available to my enrolled students. So no, you should not be worried about this. If you are unable to attend the live revision class, you will be getting the recording. Okay, now there are 2 professional marks also in question number 2. And these professional marks, they consist on relevance of ethical issues within that question. What actions, of course, if you are a junior accountant and senior is trying to pressurize you to go against the IAS. So first of all, you should try to convince the senior that this treatment is not correct. This is against the IAS. And obviously, when a senior person, and let's say that person is also an ACCA qualified and member as well, but still that senior wants you to go against the IAS or IFRS, it means you can raise the question on the competency of that senior as well. Because if that senior is there's a possibility that senior is unable to identify that fact that senior is going against the IAS or IFRS, that raises issue of competency. And of course, if that person is doing it deliberately, then it raises the question on integrity, honesty of that person also. So you need to identify it. Action should be identified, what exactly you are going to do. There should be a clarity of discussion. So you will be getting 2 professional marks in question number 2. Generally, I would say question number 2 is one of the easiest question you will find in SBR. Now, question number 3 is a 25 marks question. And I love this question. Why? In this question, this question could be on multiple IASs and IFRSs. Number 1, this 25 marks question, you will not find on a single IAS or a single IFRS. No. This is not the pattern of SBR. This is not the history of SBR. Within that 25 marks question, there will be number of requirements. Normally, you will get requirement A and B. And within that, even requirement A, there's a possibility of getting a sub-requirements. Normally, you will get this question on number of ISS and number of IFRSs. That is why this question becomes easy if you have a grip on all the ISS and IFRSs, which are obviously in your SBR syllabus. Okay. Question number 4, again, a very interesting question. Number 1, examiner can ask multiple IFRSs, ISS in this question, plus current issue. You should be mentally ready that current issue, you might have heard before even coming to SBR that there's a one question on current issue which always comes in SBR, yes, which is true. But what is exactly the current issue? But nowadays, the current issue is one thing. What is that? What exactly? Current issue means what exactly investors, they want to see in your financial statements. Investor perspectives, that is the current issue basically. So in question number 4, you will see the current issue as well as the new area of SBR. Normally, the new area of SBR, we have seen that it is tested in question number 4. Like right now in SBR, I would say they have introduced, of course, sustainability standard S1 and S2. Now, one more thing, from September 2025 onwards, there's one more examinable topic, which is brand new topic, addition to SBR, which is IFRS 18. Actually, IFRS 18 has replaced IAS 1. So that's for sure. For number of attempts from September 25 onwards, you will see a question on IFRS 18. And this IFRS 18 is included not only in SBR, it is also included in FR. But obviously, the level of, I would say, depth, which will be examined in SBR, that will not be examined in FR. So I can, it's just my prediction that you should be mentally ready. For question number 4, there will be definitely, you will get a requirement, I would say, on sustainability as well as IFRS 18 will be there. And let me tell you, IFRS 18 itself, it's not difficult at all. It's very easy. Again, provided that in IFRS 18, you have seen proper lectures, video pre-record lectures, as well as IFRS 18, I'll be discussing in live revision classes as well, so that you get a really good idea on this IFRS 18. Then, of course, I've already mentioned, current issue is nowadays only one, what investor they exactly want to see in your financial statements. Now, in SBR, there are other areas as well, like there are ratio analysis, there are traditional ratio analysis, and interestingly, we do have alternative performance measures. Even though IFRS 18 is there, but still there are alternative performance measures which are in your syllabus. So, ASA makes sure that we cover each and every area of your syllabus, but within a very limited period of time. Because that is my experience. If the video lecture goes for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, student, they lose interest. If video lectures, they are very, very long and the entire course is very long, again, the student, they lose interest. That is why what we have done, each lecture, don't forget, is just 45 minutes long. If you are watching the lecture with a little bit increased speed, you can bring down that 45 minutes lecture just to 35 minutes. Now imagine you're watching a lecture which is just 35 minutes long. That's it. So what is the big deal? You can watch, I would say, very easily 2 lectures per day. Even you can go for 3 lectures per day. Plus, WhatsApp support is available where your teacher is going to personally reply your queries. No teacher assistant at all. So the point is, when you are going to join, you will be getting a study planner in day 1. You will be getting updates on live revision classes. You will be getting detailed notes and obviously smart notes. So let me write ASA admin numbers where you can contact if you are within Pakistan. So I'll give you the numbers for within Pakistan students are available, as well as for those they're outside Pakistan. So let me quickly write the ASA admin. So simply students, those students that are within Pakistan, you can contact ASA admin 03333666 Another number is 0328 2846 117. Those students that are outside Pakistan, you can contact us 0092 333 366 214, or another number is 0092 328 284 6117. And don't forget one thing. Once you have enrolled yourself at my college in SBR, rest we will take care of each and everything. You just need to watch my lectures. There's no need to do anything additional if you don't have time. Lectures are more than enough to get really good marks in a very first attempt. So thank you very much. And I hope to see you all in my live revision classes. Thank you.